Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a heart-shaped, heart-leafed petal flower. And I'm going to start with 12 hearts, and these are cut out of Eco-Fi recycled polyester felt. And then I have a circle that will be the centerpiece, and that one is just over 1 inch wide, and then a decorative button. I also have a piece of thread on a needle, a pair of scissors, and then a single piece of wire that's about 4 inches long, or a piece of wire that's held onto a floral pick. You could use either one of these to finish your bouquet. Anyway, these flowers are about 1.5 inches from tip to top, and the basic way that I'm going to use these is by folding them in half and making a row in my hands of all the flowers, of all the petals, and then I'm going to run a piece of thread straight through all the layers and bring it back towards itself, hopefully forming a circle. And we'll just see how cooperative this material is going to be today. So, just going to fold these pieces. And hopefully what will happen is that they'll fan out like that, which is exactly what we want. And then we can cover the center with this little honey mustard circle, and then put this decorative button right in the center of that. So it's just sort of a tedious process. You might not need 12 petals to do this project. You could probably make a looser flower with less, but 12 is what I'm going to go with. I think if you made them with smaller hearts, then they would be effective with less pieces. So here I have a very bulging, I'll see, they're just not going to work out like that. I might have to start holding them in place. I'm just going to run this needle through the same approximate. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get those ones in there, so I'm just going to do about half at a time and run the needle all the way through and just sort of hold them in place on the needle. Use the needle as a skewer. I think that might actually work better. And of course it's going to be more difficult to line the next ones up because the other ones are already on there. But that's okay. Okay, I've only got 3 petals left. So we're going to put these in here. Now, with some of the packages that I've put together for Rebecca, I included blue hearts and this antique white, so you guys can make whatever you want in whatever color combination. You could even alternate blue and white. That would be pretty. Jazz up the color scheme just a little bit. So you'll just want to sort of get them, thread them on your needle, and then pull them through, and this is the part where I hope it all works out. So I've made a knot in my thread, and what I'm going to hope for is that if I thread my needle through the knot and pull it tight, that sort of will lay flat, maybe? We'll see. And then I'm going to sink my needle into the very beginning one again, and then tighten the thread and tie a knot right here. It's hard to see because it's the same color, but I'm just going to thread the knot through there. And like I said, I like to do double knots, so that's what I just did. I'm going to snip the thread and try and get this to cooperate with me by rearranging them so that they sort of are aligned, so their tips are aligned. And I think even if they don't lay flat, it will give you a nice fluffy looking flower. So once you get it looking sort of the way you want it to, so I'm just sort of doing every other one up and down, down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. So I've just got this nice sort of three-dimensional thing, so you can just put your center in there. And once you have it centered, then you'll need to use your darning needle that has a nice diameter and sharp tip as well. Line it up and then make a single hole all the way through. And again, it might be difficult, and it might be really difficult to find this hole coming from the bottom, or not. Actually, I can see it pretty well, so I'm going to try using this floral pick and thread it through there and see if I can get it to go in. Yep, and look, there's the wire. It came out the other side. So then you'll want to thread your button on there. And this is, again, one of the buttons that just has a single loop in the bottom. And then you'll want to find a spot close to the center, sort of next to where you just threaded that. Make it an equal distance from the edge so that the button ends up being in the center. Everything is sort of adjusts to that. So once you make a hole, thread from the top straight down through the hole. And because you have a floral pick underneath, it will hold the loose thread in place, or the loose wire in place. And then you can turn your flower over, push the floral pick right in the center of the petals, and pull that nice and tight, and then just start winding it around the floral pick, and use your thumbnail or something like that to scoot the wire down so that it's compact against the stem, because we don't want Rebecca to get poked in her hand while she's putting these together. So you just sort of do that. I guess you could also cut the end off if you've got a ton of it left. So what you end up with is a fluffy, round little flower with a little pretty center. So there you have it. And also, it's, of course, since it's on a floral pick, it's very easy to fit into a bouquet. So there's the back. And you could also stitch this onto a platform, like I've used in the other flowers videos. So you could also use like this, a little circle in the back, but I didn't think it was necessary, and I don't know, it's up to you. I think that it looks just fine the way it is though. So there you have a nice little three-dimensional heart petal flower. And there you have it. I hope you guys have fun flower making. Have a good weekend. Bye.